So this is the Kia 2013. If you look down in here, you can see that the water pump pulley is vibrating left and right there. And it's making a noise that sounds like the bearings are going out. So it's a good time to replace the water pump. So the first thing you want to do is remove the negative terminal to your battery. And that's it. So going underneath the car, we need to remove the shroud so we can drain the coolant. It looks like there's like 2 screws, 2 bolts, one there and one here. So I just removed only the right hand portion if you're facing the car this way, driver's side, splash shield. That's all you have to remove for this project. And so after removing the splash shield, you get underneath here and you can see the coolant plug. There it is. It's a little difficult to get to, but you can manage. So don't remove the radiator cap until after you do the drain plug. Otherwise, it'll be a much bigger mess. This is the drain. It's draining out from the all the coolant is draining out. So I'm just going to let that keep draining for a few more minutes. As you can see, there is not a lot of room to get to the pulley bolts. I ended up using a 10mm crow foot on my ratchet. Let's see if it works. Okay, as you can see, this does work to break these off. Okay, so I got all 4 of the bolts loose. The one on the bottom, I came in at this angle. That's what I like about these crow feet. These crow feet are awesome. So you want to loosen these bolts on the pulley before you take off this belt, and where you loosen here to take off the belt, because the bolts, some of them are pretty difficult to get off. They're on pretty tight. So just loosen them a little bit on all 4, and then we're going to remove the belt. So this is how we loosen the drive belt. You use this spot right here, and you just loosen this bolt up, and then you're going to pull the alternator back. So I removed the drive belt, and now I'm going to go for the those pulley bolts. Now that I removed this pulley, the next part for this project is to get the water pump. So what I did is I pulled the alternator back forward after I removed the belt, because I needed more room to get down here on these bolts. And I'm using my ratchet with this. You can see that wiggle. This is the old water pump. It's bad. The bearings are bad inside, and it's going to just get worse. The good news, at least it wasn't leaking. Okay, so I just installed the new water pump. It took me probably 10 minutes because I had to go around and tighten all the bolts. And now I'm going to be putting on the pulley that goes on top of it. So I put the pulley back on and I hand tightened the bolts for right now because I need to put this dry belt back on and tighten up all this first, and then I'll have the ability to make these bolts tight. And when we tighten these bolts, you want to make sure you go diagonal. Like if you do the top, then do the bottom, and then go right, left, and just keep going diagonal every time you make a tight. Okay, let's go for the dry belt. So after I put the belt back on, I'm in the process of tightening those bolts on the pulley right there. Once that's complete, then I'm going to add the coolant back in. Alright, so this is the old coolant. I collected it and now I'm pouring it back in. I used an old water jug I cut. I made a makeshift water thing here. Alright, so this job has been finished. As you can see, we don't see that left and right wobble on that. It's gone. So those water pumps, sometimes they go bad. Good thing we fixed this before it started leaking. It could have made the problem worse. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully this will help you.